Happy morning, students. Coming back to the chapter probability. Under probability, we are going to see some experiments where the experiment is defined as an operation which can produce some well-defined outcomes is called an experiment. For example, a tossing of a coin is an experiment where in tossing a coin you will be getting either head or a tail. So in this an experiment where the outcomes are well defined. Under this experiment we are going to see the total number of outcomes defined as the possible events occurring in an experiment. For example, if we toss a coin, we may be getting head or a tail. So in this case, we define the total number of outcomes as 2. Total number of outcomes is the sample space, which we denote it as S. So next to the total number, we'll define an event A, where event is nothing but the favorable outcomes are going to occur in an experiment. Next one, number of favorable outcomes for event A. In this case, the counting number of the favorable outcomes occurs in an experiment. Define a probability as number of favorable outcomes for event A divided by the total number of outcomes. We have two types of events. The first one is sure event and the other one is impossible event. So let us define a sure event. If we throw a die, we have the possibility of getting the number 1 to 6. Therefore, in a single toss of die, we will always get a number less than 7. So getting a number less than 7 is a sure event. We can predict the number of outcomes in sure event. So probability of getting a number in 7 is equal to 6 by 6, which is equal to 1. Thus, the probability of the sure event is 1. So, we call that by P of E, which is equal to 1, where E is a sure event. Now, we will define the impossible event. The same thing, in a single toss of die, 8 will never come up. So, getting a 8 is an impossible event which cannot happen in an experiment. Thus, the probability of the impossible event is 0. E of E is equal to 0, where E is an impossible event. Now coming to exercise 15.1 in probability. First problem, complete the following statements. First one, probability of an event A plus probability of the event not occurring, we call as E dash, which is equal to dash. So since this event occurring E and E dash are complement to each other, we get the sum of E plus E dash is equal to 1. Second one, the probability of an event cannot happen is 0. Such an event is called as impossible event. Third one, the probability of an event that is certain to happen is 1. Such an event is called as a sure event. Fourth one, the sum of the probabilities of the elementary events of an experiment is 1. Fifth one, the probability of an event is greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 1. Answers for those fill-ups I have given down. Coming to the problem of tossing a coin. So we have coin based question. Tossing a coin, we will be knowing the favorable outcomes as 2, that is head and tail. Suppose if two coins are tossed simultaneously, we have the total number of outcomes as 2 power 2, which is equal to 4. The possibilities of the two coins which are tossed simultaneously are getting head head or head tail or tail head or tail tail. So we have the possible number of outcomes will be 4. And depending upon the events that the number of heads occur or the number of tails occur, we have the following cases. The first one, the number of the event of occurring the 0 heads will be 1. The event of getting 1 head is the possibility you have 2, and the event of getting 2 heads will be the possibility 1. Depending upon the favorable outcomes, the probability of event can occur. Now we will see when 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, the total number of outcomes is 2 power 3, which is equal to 8. So I am tossing the 3 coins simultaneously. I may be getting the 3 heads or 2 heads 1 tail or tail head tail or head tail tail or tail head head, tail head tail, tail tail head or tail tail tail. So my total number of outcomes will be 8. So depending upon the event of getting a head or a tail, we can define as the event of getting 0 head we will be having a chance of 1. So I am writing it as 1. Getting one head, it depends upon 3 chances. Getting a head of 2, I can get a number of chances will be 3. I'm getting a head 3, so my chance will be 1 time, so I'm writing it as 1. Coming to the first problem, 3 unbiased coins are tossed simultaneously. Find the probability of getting no head, 1 head, exactly 2 head, at least 2 heads, at most 2 heads, 3 heads. When 3 unbiased coins are tossed simultaneously, the following outcomes obtained are head head head, head head tail, head tail head, tail head head, head tail tail, tail head tail, tail tail head, and tail tail tail. Total number of possible outcomes will be 8. Now we want to find the probability of getting no head. So no head is obtained in this the elementary event as TTT. So my number of favorable outcomes is 1. So the probability of getting no head will be 1 by 8. The second one, the probability of getting one head. So one head occurs to be the chance of head tail tail, tail head head, tail tail head. So the number of favorable chances is 3. The probability of getting one head will be 3 by 8. Third one, the probability of getting exactly 2 heads. So the chance of getting exactly 2 heads will be head head tail, head tail head, tail head head. So the number of chances occurs will be 3. Therefore the probability of getting exactly 2 heads will be 3 by 8. Fourth one, the probability of getting at least 2 heads. So at least means greater than or equal to 2 heads. Only possibility of the elementary events occur are HHT, HTH, THH and HHH, that is greater than or equal to 2, that is 2 heads or more than 2 heads. The number of favorable outcomes is 4. So the probability of getting at least 2 heads will be 4 by 8. Fifth one is the probability of at most 2 heads, which is nothing but probability of less than or equal to 2 heads. The occurring elementary events are HHT, HTH, THH, HTT, THT, TTH, TTT, that is 2 heads, 1 head, 0 head. The number of favorable outcomes is 7. So the probability of getting at most 2 heads equal to 7 by 8. Next one, we want to find the probability of 3 heads. So 3 heads occurring chance HHH, number of favorable outcomes is 1. Therefore, the probability of getting 3 heads is 1 by 8. And coming to the dice, we have seen a die which was thrown having an outcome will be 1 to 6. So the total number of possible outcome in throwing a single die is 6. Now we are going to see 2 dice are thrown simultaneously. When 2 dice are thrown simultaneously, we have the possible outcomes as in either die we can get 1 1 or 1 2 or 1 3 and keep on moving 1 6. Similarly for 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6 and so on up to 6 comma 1, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 3 to 6 comma 6. Therefore the number of all possible outcomes will be 36. Second problem, 2 dice are thrown at the same time. Find the probability of getting same number on both dice, different number on both sides. Know that the total number of possible outcomes in throwing 2 dice will be 36. Let E be the event of getting the same number on both the dice. Or the possible outcomes occurs in throwing the 2 dice are 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4, 5 comma 5 and 6 comma 6. Therefore the number of favorable outcomes will be 6. Hence the probability of the favorable event is 6 by 36. Simplifying, we get 1 by 6. Second one, probability of the different numbers on both the dice, but 1 minus probability of the same number on both die, which is equal to 1 minus 1 by 6, which is 5 by 6. Now we are going to see the probability of events occurring in playing cards. There are 52 playing cards here. This 26 red color cards and 26 black color cards. In this 26 red cards, you will be having 13 red colored heart cards and 13 red color diamond cards, and 26 black cards. You have 13 club cards and 13 spade cards. This you will be having 12 face cards. So where you will have 6 red face cards and 6 black face cards. Under this 6 red face cards, 3 face cards belongs to the heart and 3 red face card belongs to the diamond, and under this 6 black face cards you will be having 3 club cards and 3 spade cards. Third problem, one card is drawn at random from a well deck of 52 cards. Find the probability that the card will be a king card, 8, and a spade, a red card, 6 of the club cards, and a face card. Coming to the solution, the total number of all possible outcomes will be 52 cards. So we need to find out the probability of a king card. So in this 52 cards, we have the 4 kings in all. So the probability of drawing a king card will be the number of favorable outcomes by the sample space, which is equal to 4 by 52. Simplifying, you will be getting 1 by 13. And probability of getting a number 8 in red card. So there are 2 red 8s in all. So the probability of getting a number 8 in red cards will be 2 by 52, which is equal to 1 by 26. Third one, we need to find the probability of a spade. So there are 13 spade cards in 52 cards. So probability of drawing a spade is equal to 13 by 52, which is equal to 1 by 4. Fourth one, probability of a red card. So there are 26 red cards. Probability of drawing a red card is equal to 26 by 52, which is equal to half. Fifth one, probability of the number 6 in the club card. So there will be 1 6 in the club card. So probability of drawing a 6 number in the club card is 1 by 52. Sixth one is probability of getting a face card. So there are 12 face cards overall in 52 cards. So probability of getting a face card will be 12 by 52. Fourth problem, a card is drawn at random from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. The probability that the card is drawn card of spade or an ace. Second one, a black king. Third one, neither a jack nor a king. Fourth one, either a king or a queen. The solution, we know that the total number of possible outcomes in a card will be 52. So we need to find the probability that the card is drawn card of spade or an ace. There are 13 cards of spades including 1 ace, and the remaining we have 3 more ace. Third R denotes the addition of the spade and the ace. So we get the probability of getting a spade or an ace will be 13 by 52 plus 3 by 52, which is equal to 16 by 52. Simplifying, we get 4 by 13. The second one, we need to find the probability of getting a black king. So we know that in 2 black color cards we have 2 black kings. Therefore the probability of getting a black king is equal to 2 by 52, which is 1 by 26. Third one, we need to find the probability of getting a card which is neither a jack nor a king. Know that there are 4 jacks and 4 kings in 52 cards. So the number of cards which are either jack or a king will be 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8. So the number of cards which are neither jack and nor king will be subtracting 4 jack plus 4 kings from 52. We get 52 minus of 8, which is equal to 44. Therefore the probability of getting a card which is neither a jack nor a king will be 44 by 52, which is equal to 11 by 13. Fourth one, we need to find the probability of getting a card which is either a king or a queen. We know that there are 4 kings and 4 queens in 52 cards. So the number of cards which are either king or queen will be 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8. Therefore the probability of getting a red card which is either king or a queen will be 8 by 52. Fifth problem, 5 cards, the 10, jack, queen, king and ace of diamonds are well shuffled with their face downwards. One card is then picked up at a random. What is the probability that the card is a queen? Second one, if the queen is drawn and put aside, what is the probability that the second card picked up an ace card, a queen card? Coming to the solution, he has given that the total number of cards were 5 cards. So total number of queen is 1. So probability of picking up a queen will be the number of favorable outcomes by the total number of outcomes, which is equal to 1 by 5. Second one is finding the probability of picking up an ace card and a queen card. In the first case, the queen is drawn and put aside. So the remaining number of cards will be 4 cards. The total number of ace card is 1. Probability of picking up an ace card will be 1 by 4. Second case, since the queen is already drawn, so the total number of queens left is 0. So my probability of picking up a queen will be 0 by 4, which is equal to 0. Eighth problem. A bag contains 3 red balls and 5 black balls. A ball is drawn at random from the bag. The word random means a replacement of the ball. What is the probability that the ball drawn is red? The second one is not red. Coming to the solution, we have the total number of balls in the bag, which is the total outcomes, that is sample space, which is equal to 3 plus 5, which is 8. Number of red balls in the bag is 3. So probability of drawing a red ball in the bag is equal to the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. So the probability of getting a red ball will be 3 by 8. And the probability of not getting a red ball equal to 1 minus probability of getting a red ball. So which is equal to 1 minus 3 by 8. Simplifying, I'll be getting 5 by 8. 10th question. A box contains 12 balls, out of which X are black. If one ball is drawn at random from the box, what is the probability that it will be a black ball? If 6 more black balls are put in the box, the probability of drawing a black ball is now the double of what it was before. Find X. Solution, we have the total number of balls, that is the outcomes, which is equal to 12. Total number of black balls in the box will be X. Probability of getting a black ball will be X by 12. 6 more balls are put in the box. So the total number of balls becomes plus 6, which is equal to 18. Total number of black balls becomes X plus 6. The probability of getting a black ball will be X plus 6 by 18. According to the problem, it is given that the probability of getting a black ball now will be equivalent to the double of probability of getting a black ball before, which is now x plus 6 by 18 is equal to 2 into x by 12, where x plus 6 by 18 is the probability of drawing a black ball now, and x plus 12 will be the probability of getting a black ball before. Equating and simplifying, I'll be getting 3x equal to x plus 8. Bring this x to the other side, we get 2x is equal to 6, where x is equal to 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 3.